Okay, so let's go to Tuesday. This is the video to share with you what we did on Tuesday. So if you go to your Canvas, you're going to click on Dashboard, go to Biology. You're going to, remember I said every day we come to here, we're going to click on Current Lessons. So I'm going to go to here, and I'm going to go to my live link so I can meet with us online live. Or if I missed that, I'm going to go ahead and go to week 1, because that's where my little, it looks like a gumdrop to me. So we'll just go from there. Intro to Basic Chemistry is what we're doing today. I gave you a video here to watch to give you a little review on basic chemistry. You need to watch that video. We also talked about protons as being positive, neutrons as neutral, and electrons as negative. So we'll see those down here. Outside the element, whatever element you have, we know we have atomic number 4. So you can look at the periodic table and determine, if you'd like, what element this is. So in the nucleus, you're going to have the neutrons, which are neutral, so they have no charge on them. If you look at the protons are positive. If you look on the outside, the electrons are swirling around in a big cloud. That's why it's called the cloud model. But this picture is showing you them in an energy level. And if you look at the energy levels, it tells you which electrons are involved in chemical reactions, which would be these ones on the outside. They're easy to pluck off to use in chemical reactions. So now we're going to go down here and click on the link to the assignment I want you to do, which has you looking at protons, neutrons, electrons, and then also kind of seeing the boxes like what the elements are on the periodic table, how they're kind of filled in with information. So we'll look at that in just a second. So this is an assignment that is due. Once we open this, you should be able to open it in Cami, which is an app that will allow you to write on the document. If you can't, you're welcome to use whatever measures you need to. If you want to copy the information down on a Google Doc and submit it, that's fine. If you want to write it on paper and take a picture of it and submit it, that's fine. I really don't care how it's submitted as long as you turn it in so I can grade it. That would be great. So this assignment's worth 20 points. It's due on January 8th. It's assigned to every student. You can upload a file. It's available from January 4th until January 15th. So let's go ahead and click on it. It is a PDF, so that's what makes it a little more difficult. If you come to this page, you're going to go ahead and click this Download Atomic Math Challenge. When you click on this, it's going to open in this window. And up here on the right-hand side, you're going to see an arrow that says Download. You're going to click that Download button, and then it's going to download into your Google Drive. My Google Drive is right here. I'm going to open my Google Drive. And when I get here, I have this assignment right here. I'm going to open this assignment, and I'm going to go up to, it says Open with Cami. And if I open this assignment, I'm going to see the document right here. And if this originally was all blank, but we filled it in together, the first page, the second page is for you to complete. Once the assignment is completed, I will post a document that shares all the answers so you can double check what you had, but not until the assignment is due. That way people are, I want people to try to do it on their own. So I did do the first page to help. If you're using this, you can use a text box. You can use a pen to draw on it. There's an eraser. There's all kinds of tools over here that you can use to help you get through this process. Now, if you look at this box, this is similar to what would be on the periodic table for every element. The top number is going to be the atomic number. This O here, which represents oxygen, is an atomic symbol. If you have an atomic symbol, like down here, if you have a 2-letter symbol, the first letter is always going to be capitalized. The second one will always be lowercase. If they only have one symbol, it's always going to be an uppercase letter. So anyway, this is the atomic symbol. This here is the element name, and this number here is the atomic mass. In order to find the protons, neutrons, electrons of every atom, you have to look at the atomic number for protons and electrons. So the atomic number for oxygen is 8. The protons are 8 because it's the atomic number, and the electrons are 8 because it's the atomic number. So the atomic number is right here, the protons are right here, and the electrons are right here. Then it gives me a line to fill in what this looked like up here, which what's missing is the element name, which is oxygen. The only thing remaining for us to do is to say the atomic mass, which is right here, and to determine the neutrons. The neutrons will be the atomic mass minus the atomic number. So over here, if you look at this information here, it says protons plus neutrons equals atomic mass. Well, we're given the protons because the atomic number is the number of protons, and we're given the mass. So if I have the atomic mass and the number of protons, I'm going to subtract to find the neutrons, which is how we find 8 for oxygen. We rounded to 16, we subtracted from 8, and we have an 8. Now it's not always the same number for all three, so you need to be doing your subtraction to make sure. Here's an example. This is Zn for the symbol. The atomic number is 30. The atomic mass is 65.39. The protons are 30 because that's the atomic number. The electrons are 30 because the atomic number. And the neutrons are 35 because we rounded this, which rounding would make it 65. We're going to a whole number. 65 minus 30, which would give us 35. This one here, we're missing the name of the element, which is lithium. Again, the atomic number, the protons, and the electrons are all going to be the atomic number up here at the top. So we're going to fill in 3, 3, and 3. In order to find the atomic mass, it's right here at the bottom. And to find the neutrons, I'm going to round this number to a 7 and subtract from 3, which gives me 4. We're going to do these last 3 together, and then the remainder of the paper is for you to do on your own. But right here, it's missing the symbol. If you don't know the symbol or even the name of the element, you can look those up on the internet or find a periodic table. The symbol for silicon is Si. The atomic number is right here, 14. So I'm going to fill in 14 for the atomic number. I'm going to fill in 14 for protons and 14 for electrons because that number represents those 3 values. The atomic mass is right here, so I listed that number. Then I'm going to round this to a whole number, which is 28, and subtract from 14, which gives me 14. The next one is missing the name of the element, which is boron. Again, you can look that up. This number up here represents the atomic number, so I put a 5 there. This number also tells us how many protons and electrons. So I'm going to put 5 for protons, 5 for electrons. I'm going to take this and round it to a whole number, which would make it 11. 11 minus 5 is 6. So I put 6 right here for neutrons. Okay, last one we're going to do together. We have the symbol missing. Again, you can look that up, but it's Br for bromine. Again, this is the atomic number, so I'm going to put the atomic number 35 there. The atomic number also tells me protons and electrons, so I'm going to put 35 for protons, 35 for electrons. Down here at the bottom is my atomic mass, which I'm going to write this number right here in the atomic mass box. Then I'm going to round this number to a whole number of 80 and subtract from 35, which would give me 45. Now you have 9 of these to do on your own, and once you complete those, you're going to submit them to the assignment just as I mentioned for the other. So let me go back into Student View. You're going to save that in Kami. Here's the Save button. Make sure you save it. Once you save it, then you're going to go to the assignment, hit Submit, go to either your file to select it off of a computer or to go to your Google Drive where it was originally saved from this assignment. Most of you should be using Google all the time. You should be using your Chromebook that was given to you from the school so that all you have to do is go to your Google Drive to get your materials. Plus, things cannot be deleted. Then we're going to go ahead and close this. I'm going to leave, and I'm going to close this as well because we're done. That's the vocabulary, we're done. Keep in mind, this here, it has a save button, so you may want to make sure that you press save to make sure that it saves this information. If you have another way to work on this where you can write on it, you don't have to use Kami, you can use whatever source you'd like. But this is the one that I've been introduced to that I think works pretty well. So that is it for today. You're going to go ahead and finish that and make sure you finish the vocabulary that was assigned yesterday. And have a great day.